Who is Dr. Martins?
Dr. Martins is not her father.
Is not uncle.
Dr. Martins is not her uncle.
She has never introduced Dr. Martins.
She has never introduced Dr. Martins to me. Dr. Martins is not a philanthropist.
I thought she should be able to introduce Dr. Martins
to me. For her to be receiving such consistent, and for her to be on Dr. Martins' payroll.
Yes.
Dear men, marriage is indeed good, but then, before getting into marriage, for your own good, there are some checks you need to carry out to be sure of the kind of woman you're getting married to.
Yes.
So in this video, we are going to bring out 4 checks you need to do before you go into the real deal of marriage. Okay. So I am eBase.
I am Sam.
You're welcome to today's video.
You're welcome.
All right, so Mr. Sam.
Sir.
Considering this topic right now, what do you think are the checks you need to carry out, or any man needs to carry out on his woman? Probably they have been dating, and then it's time. Okay, let's say they've been dating for a period of 3 to 6 months, and it's time to say, okay, let's tie the knots. What do you think are the checks this man needs to carry out?
I don't think it should be necessarily when marriage is approaching. I feel it's something that the man has to look at in the course of his relationship with her.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes it feels disappointing that you've been with me all this time and you did not talk about these things, and suddenly you are bringing up these issues to push me away.
But there's this saying that is better late than never.
Of course. And
also that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
Of course, but it's better to look at these things earlier. The number one thing there is the family background. Where is the woman coming from? Of course, it's both ways. The woman should also look at the family background of the man. Is it a place that you are going to have peace?
Yeah, because one of the things you should not compromise is your peace.
Of course. And many things contribute to peace. It's not one thing. It's not going to be limited to your wife. Many things contribute to peace. Imagine having your wife's brother being someone that is addicted to drugs, a gangster, and behaves anyhow.
That can also affect your family.
Yes.
Probably you have growing children.
The influence that is going to come from
you have growing children.
Is going to affect your family.
That will be seeing his character, his behavior.
Yes.
And then it will also transfer to your children.
Yes. And even the parents of the woman, sometimes it's okay to consider if they are still together or not. If they are divorced, what led to divorce? If it's a case of infidelity on the part of the woman, then something should tell you that Bella say this my woman say fit go the way of the mom. It's possible. Many things run in the blood. It runs in the blood.
So you're trying to say if the mother was the type that can quarrel in the market?
No, not quarrel in the market. Like the mother is the type that looks outside.
No, I understand that part. What I'm trying to say is attitude-wise. Like maybe the mother is a quarrelsome type that can just quarrel for over 1 hour anywhere.
If the mother is a type that gives into quarrels, little things get annoyed, and she begins to shout. Just look at your wife. Look at your wife to be too. Is she that kind of person? Is she a type that a little thing and she flares up? If it's the same, most likely it's going to continue.
To your own children?
It's going to continue. Not just to our own children. How about she, she can misbehave, and then that can lead to the home breaking. And even in the area of intelligence, science has proven that it's passed down through through the gene. And you are going to a family that not even everybody is a dummy. Nobody is going to school there, and they are like, they are just there. Like, even the person that you are dating seem not to know anything. Like, they are not. So most likely she cannot help the children to know much.
She can't impact.
She can't help the children to know much.
Okay.
And you as the man, you may not have all the time to
be helping her, to teach her, groom her, and all of that.
Yes.
That's what she should have learned before
coming. Of course. It's not about love all the time. Yeah, love.
The reality is always there.
Look at the character, look at the values, look at other things. At the end of the day, we are trying to find fulfillment. We are trying to find happiness. You have to consider that. I'm not saying run away, but you have to know. So that when you have to be aware, so that when challenges start coming,
a surprise to you.
Yes. So when it becomes challenging, when challenges start coming as a result, you know where the challenges are coming from. You walk your way.
Because for everything you see in the marriage proper,
yes,
there must have been a sign.
Of course.
While you were dating, no matter how a person pretends, those things are still going to come out.
Yes.
You will see
and
them.
It's going to be amplified in marriage. So you have to look at the family background of the woman before making her your wife. So let's not overflow at points.
Okay, so on to the next one.
Yeah.
So the next point I believe is important for men to check before getting married is that they need to consider the past of that girl they want to marry.
Her past.
Yes, her past lifestyle.
Lifestyle, especially.
Yes. You need to know what kind of person she was before she met you. Even if maybe she has turned a new leaf.
Yes.
But you need to know what she did in the past.
Even if she has turned a new leaf, you have to investigate the process of her turning a new leaf. If the process was right, then the person you are seeing now is going to remain. But if the process was not right, then it's just a small screen.
Yeah. So
what you are seeing is not going to
look into her past to know, okay, what was her behavior? Maybe to her past partner.
Yeah, boyfriend.
What led to their breakup?
Yeah.
Was she this outgoing type that she goes for every party
and
she likes to be everywhere?
And the guy couldn't bear it
and he
with
left.
all of that and
he had to go.
To say, go your way.
Is she the type that she always wants everything to go her way?
Yes. And sometimes you see them coming with their own story. It's good to listen to their story, but try to relate that story with their current lifestyle that you are seeing now. Is that story consistent? Because they may not want to paint themselves in that bad light that led to the breakup of the whole relationship. So whatever story that they are telling you, keep that story one side and look at their current lifestyle.
Yeah, critically.
Is it consistent with their story? If it is, then you can believe, oh, the man was the problem. But if it is not,
you can
they are lying to you.
Understand where she's driving at.
They are lying to you.
Exactly.
Marriage is not dating. She be, marriage not be dating. Once you guys are locked in and friends are happy married life, it's a different ball story. That's where the character of this person is going to manifest. All
or
those
be amplified.
Things amplified. All those things that she's been boxing to get you to marry her is going to come out. And these are behaviors that she's exhibited in the past. And you did not care to do any finding. You did not care to investigate anything. So it's important that you are not going to do this because you want to push her away, but to have information and compare with what you are seeing.
And to choose your poison wisely. Is this character, can I work with this character for the rest of my life?
Yes.
Can I live with this person with this character? Is this something I can manage? Yes. If it is something you can manage, then
there's no problem.
You can do with it.
No problem, because at adulthood it's very hard to change anybody.
Of the truth, you are not going to see anybody that is going to be 100% accurate.
No.
There's no human like that.
No. Maybe you want to go to heaven. God should lower your own woman.
There's no marriage in heaven. There's no.
It's just
partnership there.
Yes, it's something that you feel, oh, I can bear this. I can manage this one. Okay. Of course, I'm not perfect. I can
work with this.
I can work with this,
and I won't have
problem. But it has to be on that basis of sincerity, not something that she's pretending now and then tomorrow it manifests, it unfolds. No today. That is the most important thing. There are other things that you have to also look at as a man, and we've just dealt on considering our past. Yes, another point is health checks. Health checks. So it's important to look at the health of your woman.
Health status.
Yes, it's important. Don't ignore.
Both male and female, though.
Yeah.
But in this area, we are just looking at the male.
Yes.
Or the female.
Women know how to manage these things. For example,
are you trying to say women know how to hide things?
They know how to hide things.
Like they can hide something from you into marriage, and even in marriage.
They can hide it. They can manage it behind your back during dating. Okay. Why? Because they have interests. They want that relationship to succeed. And at that point that you guys get married and they are like, okay, maybe I should start telling this person little by little.
Before it gets too late.
This is what I'm doing.
We're already in for it.
Yes, because I think we have done. I want to believe that he wouldn't want to let go at this time. If the woman accepts maybe general tests or whatever kind of test that you feel is important, fine.
But does she really have a choice to say no? She doesn't want you guys to carry out any tests?
No, she shouldn't. She doesn't have a choice to say no, because it's for
the general well-being
of the relationship that you guys are building. Okay. So she doesn't have a choice to say no. But if she does say, do I look sick to you or something, it's just for you to...
That should ring a bell.
Yes, keep your ears down. Keep your eyes wide open and be watchful. It's not to push her away, but it's for you to know. Is this something I can bear? Is this something... Because there are some issues that come and it impacts finances.
Of course, like health issues.
Health issues impact finances. You were doing very well, and this woman comes into your life, and suddenly everything is falling apart.
Because all the money is
going in and out of
sorting out health issues.
At that point, once you cross into marriage, she's your wife. Your responsibility. She becomes your responsibility.
You can't run away from it at that time.
Yes, you can't. It doesn't make any sense. But while dating, you can choose to stay or leave. But the most important thing is, can I bear this? Is this something I can bear? What if this thing is going to be inherited, like
be passed on to
one
or
more children? You have to also consider that as a man. It's okay to pull out. You You've not wasted our time.
Exactly.
No, you've not. Especially when you know you cannot handle it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think let's not push further on that point.
Okay.
Let's move straight to the next point. And the next thing
Yes.
a man should check before getting married to a woman is to investigate. This point is very, very serious.
Okay, let's hear.
It's very serious. Some people might kick against it.
Okay. Say it nevertheless. Regardless.
Yes, they have to hear it.
Regardless, say it.
It's very
Say it.
important for you as a man to go through your woman's bank statement
Wow.
at least for the past 6 months.
But you know, that's our privacy.
It's her privacy, no doubt.
Mm.
But the both of you are about to go in for a serious deal.
Yes.
Marriage is not for children. It's not a child's play.
And sentiment should be kept aside.
Yes. You are calling the shot. You are the man. You are the one who is taking her in. You are the one who is going to pay her bride price.
That is true.
So you need to ensure that every area is properly checked, including...
What do you want to check in the bank? What do you want to see?
Now, what you want to see there
What do you want to see?
might surprise you. That she has been receiving monies
From strangers.
either a man or multiple people or multiple men. And there's no way a girl will be dating a man or having an affair with a man that there are not going to be traces of financial or monetary transactions through
Especially
her account.
for us here in Nigeria, that we are gradually moving into cashless
out of the cash to
transactions.
cashless
Yes.
transactions.
So you
imagine-
are trying to say that there's no way that
Imagine
transfers, if she's doing
Imagine that you go get the account statement, and for the past 6 months, one Dr. Martins
made the 50
have been consistently sending money every week to her.
And you don't know who is Dr. Martins.
Dr. Martins is not her father.
Is not uncle.
Dr. Martins is not her uncle.
She has never introduced Dr.
She has
Martins
never
to
introduced Dr. Martins to me.
you.
Dr. Martins is not a philanthropist.
At all.
Dr. Martins does not send money to me. So if he's a philanthropist, he should be sending money to me too.
Maybe you don't know Dr. Martins.
Okay, I need to know him before he sends money to
but
me.
at least she should be able to introduce Dr. Martins to
me.
you.
For her to be receiving
Yes,
such consistent,
and
for
tell
her
you
to
the
be on
business.
Dr. Martins' payroll
Yes. Now and then. money is
every
coming.
week.
She needs to explain.
And
to
then the
you.
money is not money for children.
She needs to
It's
explain
serious
to you
money.
who is Dr. Martins.
Who is Dr. Martins?
Who is
So you
Dr.
now
Martins?
see the reason why it's very important.
And she's been able to keep
That's
this.
to the extreme though.
She's been able to keep this away from you. You've never heard a receiving call from anybody or any man. You've not even seen chats between her and any man that you don't know.
Yeah.
She's been able to manage a relationship with Dr. Martins without you
bringing it to
knowing.
your notice.
But here is her bank account.
So, who is Dr. Martins?
But should this be forced? Is it something that you want it, you ask for it, and she's like, she cannot give it to you? What are
Well,
you going to do?
If she says she cannot give it to you, you can't force her to.
Yeah, of course.
But you should be able to have an understanding that
Your number
okay,
6 should tell you.
this is the reason she doesn't want you to go through this.
Yes. Because she knows.
You let go.
She knows.
So
that,
it is still going to be left for you
Mm.
to decide. Should I go ahead? Should I retrieve?
Yes.
It's all left
and
for you.
the funny thing is, when men begin to ask these sensitive things, they start using that issue of trust to
Yeah,
gaslight
they
you.
try to emotionally blackmail you.
Gaslight you, don't you trust
For
me?
instance, when you demand for a DNA test,
I've been with you for so long.
the woman would now
Don't
start
you
telling you,
trust
I don't
me?
understand.
You don't trust me.
Who else have I been sleeping with you
Yes.
apart from you? And it becomes a problem. So if it was so simple, why don't you just do? Is it your money you're using to do the DNA? What's the big deal about doing a DNA test? For peace to reign, but you still nag and say no, it cannot happen. You don't trust it. It now becomes an issue of trust.
Let's come back to the bank account thing. And another thing is that in this era that we have so many banks, online banks. How far can you even go to check?
Like I said,
account? How far can you go?
It's to the extreme. That's if you want to really achieve this. For any woman, the woman needs.
You are trying to see.
In as much as the man needs the marriage,
how far he wants.
But for some women, they are more concerned about this marriage more than the man. The man needs the marriage, no doubt. But the woman will want to do everything to secure the marriage. So if you really want to do everything to secure the marriage, what will be so difficult for you?
It's okay.
In disclosing.
I have accounts with Access, I have accounts with OP.
As a guy, you as a person dating her, you should be able to know at least 3 of her major accounts if she has up to that.
Of course.
There's no way you will not know, because you also have been sending monies to those accounts.
Of course.
And she will be accepting monies, random money, because she wouldn't know that you have this plan. So now it's like we are breaking the table.
You know, this is going to be difficult if she's running maybe something like POS business, that customers transfer, different people transfer into that account. You cannot do it with.
It depends too. If you have a partner that is not doing that kind of a business, so what do you now do?
Okay. I think you are right. Right.
Before you ask for such a thing, you should be able to understand, okay, this is my partner. She's not into that kind of business. For the one that is doing that kind of business, you know that you don't need to even think of that, because you have 1,001 excuses or reasons. Yes.
And apart from that, you can still check other accounts. Leave the business account alone.
Yes.
Leave that one alone.
Yes, because she will not want to use business account to.
Yes. No, she can use, but she's going to give you reasons that those monies you see there are from customers. So you can still check others. And these things, since it's not something that they plan, most likely you are going to get the truth.
Yes.
You're going to get the truth.
So for some reason, they might not even think in the line of you trying to catch them cheating. They might be thinking you want to know their financial strength.
Yes.
So they might just want to freely allow you
to see the money.
They will not think about it in the area of cheating, that you're trying to investigate them for that.
Yes.
So I think it's although it's in the extreme, but I think it's something
there's nothing like extreme when it comes to checking the woman I want to get married.
Because that's a lifetime decision.
There's nothing extreme about it. I want to know. It's just information. If you feel you cannot give this information, there's no cause for alarm. There's no problem. We can walk away. It's not by force. But if you feel there's nothing to hide, then what is there? Sometimes this information is not for the other person to make a decision to walk away. It's just for them to know and address this issue
and move on.
Address,
sometimes
stop it.
It's not necessarily to lead to the end of the relationship. So I think, first of all, before you carry out such a check, you need to let this person know that the essence of this thing is not because I want to terminate this relationship. Whatever I'm going to see here doesn't mean it's going to lead
us strengthen our relationship.
To decide, can we go ahead? Can you as a person continue with this while we are going into this serious business?
Yes. But if you cannot find out, that problem is likely to continue.
Yes.
into marriage, it's
Yes.
likely to continue. But if you can find out and you are like, I don't like what I'm seeing, how are you going to deal with I want you to give me your words on this. How are you going to deal with it? Because I don't want to see it again.
Yes.
None of us, we are not perfect.
Yeah.
But we have to, as much as we can, stop anything that is going to be
That's going to hinder the progress
of the marriage.
of the marriage.
Yes, we have to block it. No one says you have to be perfect, but we have to deal with certain things, especially those that is going to come in between the marriage. We have to deal with it. So I think we have talked about.
We've
Is
talked.
it up
I
to
think
4?
this is the fourth. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we've covered
And
the areas we wanted to talk about.
yes. And with that, we want to move on from here, and we believe you've learned something from our discussion today. And like we always say, we always implore, support us, like our video, comment on our video,
Subscribe to our channel.
subscribe, share our content, share our videos. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Until we see you next time, I remain Sam,
And I am eBase.
thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.